Uh, Hello.
Hey Kartika!
Hey, powerful one.
Kartika, I absolutely got your last video in which you said that time is subjective. So I've been practicing this affirmation that I have more than enough time, and I actually manifested having more than enough time to do my inner work and my routine, but now I have another problem.
What's the problem?
Well, you see, I made time for my inner work, but then when I sat down to do it, something triggered me and I started feeling so bad and so low on vibration that instead of doing my inner work, I just opened my YouTube app and then I just relapsed into my social media addiction. And then 4 hours went past, and now I feel so guilty and I feel so down, and I've just ruined my day. I don't know, I can't pull myself up now. How am I supposed to get my life back on track now?
Well, don't worry, there's an easy fix. So I read somewhere, and this has been helping me so much, is instead of seeing your day as a single unit, break down your day into 4 segments. So you have the morning segment, the afternoon segment, the evening segment, and the night segment. So if at all your whole routine goes for a toss in the morning, you don't have to worry because you can still redeem yourself in the afternoon. And if your afternoon goes for a toss, it's okay. You can redeem yourself in the evening. And if your evening goes for a toss, you can still redeem your vibration in the night. So you never have to worry if you miss something or you missed something, your day is not gone. You still have control over your day. Does that make sense?
Can you give me an example?
Okay, sure, I can help you with that. So let's say you want to meditate and you want to do your gratitude and you want to visualize. And you want to do this as your morning routine. You want to wake up and experience this high, right? But then you wake up and then you see a text on your phone and it says you have urgent work. So you run to your office, you start doing urgent work, and then after that you are busy with some other work, and then housework, and then this work, and then all of the morning goes away. And now you feel that you missed your chance at making your day the best day ever, right? So now the good news is if we break our day into chunks, into different segments, we've not missed anything. We can just redeem ourselves in the afternoon, in the next segment, and still align ourselves so much and get so high that you'll totally forget that you messed up in the previous segment, or that you even forgot things in the previous segment. You will be like totally in a high vibration. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand. It's like there's a new life at every moment.
Good, but here's an important thing. Now imagine that you tried to do this in the afternoon because you couldn't do it in the morning. But then in the afternoon, something triggers you off and you feel really, really upset. And now there's just too much effort to go do your inner work and do your visualization, meditation, all of that's just way too much effort. So instead, what do? You take your phone and you open the YouTube app, and YouTube is looking at you and you're looking at it, and it has all the recommended videos and suggested videos and all the celebrity gossip. And now your body wants to just click on it and get sucked into the YouTube dopamine high and just go down that road. But then, and you do it and you relapse into that YouTube addiction. Now it's okay because you still have 2 more segments to redeem yourself. So now what you can do is at 7 p.m. in the evening, you put on your headphones, pull up the most beautiful meditation music, breathe and settle down your body until you feel so much inner peace. And then you can do your gratitude and you can do your visualization and feel your power, your magnetism in the moment. Get so high off of that experience that you're back in alignment. And it wouldn't even matter that you had relapsed into your addiction the segment before, because now in this new segment, you're back in control, you're back in alignment. This is what I mean. Do you get it?
Wow, that's super revolutionary, but I still have one more problem.
What is that?
Well, see, talking about addictions and bad habits, how do I go and do my inner work, which takes so much effort from my side, instead of just taking the easy path and just going into my addictions and numbing myself out? I don't know how to stop watching those YouTube videos and just sit and do my meditation. It's just too hard for me. What do I do then?
Well, that's very human, and I'm not going to talk about the brain sciences behind that kind of behavior right now. But what I can tell you is that there is another fix. In fact, I heard about this fix from this book called Atomic Habits. My students have been reading this book so many times. I have never read it, and I just started reading. It's phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I keep hearing about that book. Is it good?
Yeah, absolutely. It really kicks your bum when you're doing all the bad habits and you want to change it to good habits. This book is so highly recommended. So, in this book, I was learning that if you can go through your day and you can do like a report card of every activity that you're doing, all your habits, if you can do a report card and rate it as something that's helping you, a positive activity, a positive habit, or something that is not helping you, let's call it a negative habit. If you can rate it, then you become a lot more aware of what you're actually doing. And now, before you do the negative action, the negative habit, here's the trick. Speak out loud so you can hear yourself answering the question, what are the consequences of me taking part in this negative activity? And say it out loud. So when you say out the consequences loudly, it pulls in more weight onto that activity and you're likely to drop it and not do it.
Wow, sounds powerful. Can you give me an example?
Yeah, I can give you an example. So let's look back at that example of the YouTube stuff, right? So let's say you really need to meditate because you need to align yourself, you need to ground, you need to get centered, you need to find your balance. But then you're really tempted to open this YouTube app and go through all that celebrity gossip. Now, speak out loud. Tell me right now, what would be the consequences of you clicking on those videos and getting sucked into the YouTube wormhole? What would be the consequences?
Okay, well, I'm wasting my time on something that's not going to help me in any way. I am wasting life energy. I'm wasting my life. I am prioritizing distractions over things that would really help me. I am wiring my brain for more addiction and more of this habit. I am glued to a screen instead of finding my life's potential and my life's meaning and purpose. Good. So now do you feel like doing it? Chances are I'll drop that activity and I'll do something else.
Exactly. So do that throughout your day. Keep doing a report card. Is this positive or is this negative? If this is negative, say out loud what are the consequences, and that is going to keep adding weight to that action, and then you're most likely going to drop it.
That is so cool. Thank you so much, Kartika.
Most welcome.
Bye.
Bye. So you tell me now, are you going to break your day into segments? Are you going to rate or do a report card of your behavior throughout the day? And are you going to speak out loud? What would be the consequences of this particular action enough for it to have so much weight that you would actually drop it and do something else healthy instead? Let me know in the comments if this video or this type of video and this kind of information was helpful for you. If it was, please give this video a like because it really supports me and what I do here on planet Earth. Please give this video a like and also subscribe if you want more videos like this. Talking about realignment and consistency and all of that stuff, it is now almost the middle of the year, which means if you began the year with so much of enthusiasm, consistency, alignment, goals, all of the momentum and motivation, chances are at this point in your journey, you may have lost a little bit of that momentum. You may have lost a little bit of consistency. You may have lost a little bit of alignment and a little bit of magic, but that's okay. I got you. Usually for most of us, by the middle of the year, our motivation is kind of worn off a little bit. So we are going to realign ourselves fresh again, magnetized again, energized again, ready again, consistent again, ready to make the rest of the year the best of the year. So I want to invite you all to join me in my event called the Mid-Year Intention Ceremony. Now you would have heard we do intention ceremony every single year in the beginning of the year. Every year we set intentions, we do intention ceremony, every year we hit those goals. But by the middle of the year, we tend to lose our momentum. So this year, we're doing one more in the middle of the year, which is May of 29th, 5 a.m. live with me together. I'll be there, you'll be there. I can see your face, you can see my face. It's a group, seating is very, very limited. So it's a very special group that I'm pulling in together. If you feel that you resonate with what I'm about to tell you, please come. I would love to have you in my inner space where I can see you, you can see me, we can vibe together in our energies and love each other. Have 4.5 hours of deep alignment. So what happens in this intention ceremony and why is it helpful for you? So the intention ceremony is broken into 4 parts. So over those 4 hours, 4.5 hours, the first part is called releasing the past. If you walk into your life with the imprints of the past, you're going to keep creating the same things or similar things, or the similar victimhood or the similar powerlessness. So first thing we do is, through certain rituals and practices, we release energetically the past from our system. Then we go into phase number 2, which is the rebirth. Law of attraction states that always attract as though this is your first day on planet Earth, that you're not carrying all the fights with your partner, you're not carrying the debts, you're not carrying the failures of the past, you've dropped that in the past, you're being reborn. This is your first day on planet Earth, and now you can create with a new wand. What would you like to create? So this brings me to the third phase of the ceremony, which is defining the future, not just defining what my goals are, but defining the conditions of these goals. How is it going to go? How are the people going to be? How am I going to be feeling through it? Really defining in very crystal clear definition of what the future looks like, feels like, and align ourselves, magnetize ourselves to that future, so the magic is flowing again through us as it once did in the beginning of the year. We're going to realign ourselves to our own magic, our own power. And then this brings me to the fourth part of the intention setting ceremony, which is the practice of surrender and allowing. The feeling of allowing and surrendering is a very special feeling in the body of knowing. It's a knowing that everything is working out right now as we speak, and that I can relax and I can trust the process. Most people are out on their chair going, is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? What if it doesn't happen? I'm too scared. I don't know what's going to happen. Is it even for me? I'm not even sure. Nothing. Not a very surrendered state. Let's come back to that grounded, peaceful, allowing, surrendered, trustful state. So the ceremony puts you in that state. The ceremony is done with written exercises as well as exercises that include fire, water, earth in the form of flowers, and your breath, okay, wind. So there's a lot of stuff. 4.5 hours. It's a complete inner transformational thing, but I will tell you right now, this is not for the weak. It is not for people who are just trying to dabble in little transformation work. This is for people who are very, very serious about inner transformation. I am attracting right now the best of the best for this program. I'm not saying you're not the best. I'm just saying if you really resonate with what I'm saying, then you're the one chosen for this program. It is not free. It is paid, but it is practically free because it's pretty affordable for everybody. So you can find the link to register in the description, and I look forward to seeing you 29th of May, 5 a.m. live. I'll be there. It's going to be very, very special because it's ritualistic, it is energetic, it is magical, it is loving, it's community. Oh, it's just vibes, and I look forward to seeing you there. So again, if you like this video, please give this video a like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. And if you're coming for the ceremony, I look forward to seeing you at the ceremony. I love you and namaste.